Okay, so in this video, we are going to continue talking about Eli Whitney. In a previous video, we discussed how Eli Whitney, this fella right here, created the cotton gin. And the cotton gin was very important. It changed the entire economy of the South. And then at the end of that video, we talked about how the cotton gin really didn't make Eli Whitney any money. It was so simple that people just stole his idea. Even though he had a patent on the idea, which prevented other people from creating it legally, people just did it illegally. And unfortunately, there wasn't a lot that Eli Whitney could do to stop them. He made a little bit of money off of the cotton gin, but he pretty much wasted all of the money that he made off of it trying to sue people, trying to stop them from stealing his idea. And so when we get to 1798, Eli Whitney has pretty much given up on the good old cotton gin. He's decided to move on to something else. In 1798, Eli Whitney was awarded a contract to manufacture 10,000 guns for the new U.S. Army. Some government officials had become aware of Eli Whitney's talents of inventing and manufacturing machines, and they thought that he may be able to do the same thing with weapons for the U.S. Army. So Eli Whitney had the task of creating 10,000 guns. How was he going to be able to produce this many weapons in a fairly quick amount of time? That would take some new technology that would need to be invented by Eli Whitney. So in the 1700s, manufactured items were produced one at a time. No two were exactly the same, and this took forever. So just to create one gun could take several days. Eli Whitney knew that he didn't have time for this. He needed to figure out a new system to produce his guns faster. So he came up with this new idea. It's called interchangeable parts. The idea behind interchangeable parts would be that since no two items were exactly the same before, Eli Whitney wanted to use machines in factories to mass produce identical parts. So he wanted to create 10,000 triggers, 10,000 barrels. He wanted to create 10,000 of each one of the different parts of the gun. And then he wanted to have people assemble the parts into guns. This would use machines in the factories. It would also use people to help assemble the guns. And the idea is that this would be much quicker, much faster than the way things had been manufactured in the past. By creating interchangeable parts, Eli Whitney was able to produce his guns much faster than anyone before him. And people would go on to take Eli Whitney's ideas and use them to produce many other goods besides guns. And for this reason, Eli Whitney would go on to be known as the father of American technology.